Hey everybody, Dr. Rob here. I'm getting a lot of questions about Zerona 6, and Zerona versus Cool Sculpting. So one thing I've always learned in life is contrast leads to persuasion. So don't be persuaded by good marketing. Let's talk about some interesting things. So I don't like to take the negative stand, but a lot of the feedback that I got on the Cool Sculpting, and you can see these on the FDA lists, it's a MAUGE. You can double check that if you like about the Cool Sculpting. A lot of complaints. What I got and what I've heard is that number one, there's a lot of discomfort with it. It hurts. It bruises. So some people have actually classified it or described it as getting punched in the stomach for a duration of time. The bruising, like I said earlier, no one really likes that. There's some additional instances of nerve pain. That's not real positive. And where some fat has grown back. So be real careful about it. Be real careful about who you go to always. Check out all those FDA complaints. The Zerona, which I have in my office, really love a lot. The Zerona is very unique in that it has an FDA clearance for a body contour. So essentially, there's no damage. Whereas in a Cool Sculpting, there can be damage to fat cells. You're killing a fat cell. So the interesting thing about killing the fat cell is, number one, we have already known from plastic surgery and liposuction, you take a fat cell out in one part of the body, it comes back in the other. The other thing that when you talk about the killing of it, fat cells, when they're under attack, work aberrantly. So we've known for Dr. Ludwig's work, the interesting thing is when a fat cell works aberrantly, it's under attack, it signals to your brain, and a lot of people have complained about wanting to eat more. The Zerona is very unique in that it basically sends the 635 nanometer light beam into the body, and it opens up the pores. It opens up the fat cells that has pores. These pores now open up, and all the fat and the triglycerides leak out. So it doesn't do any damage to the fat. The fat actually compresses as it makes a transitory pore, and this comes out, and through some lymphatic drainages and some additional techniques that everybody should be using in the office with the Zerona, you're actually losing inches without damaging the fat. So before you consider any kind of body contour, really look at the literature that's out there and understand you don't want to damage fat. You actually don't want to remove the fat. You'd love the fat to shrink. Another thing is when you remove fat, fat is part of your structural system. It holds things together. Now, too heavy, too big doesn't look good and doesn't allow us to move. But when you take it out, it doesn't provide the structure and the stability that's needed. So I'm a big proponent. I suggest and recommend the Zerona 6. Any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Everybody, let's all start looking good. Always yours in health, Dr. Rob.